Morning guys, now it's 5 minutes before 12 p.m. I hope everyone is doing well right now. Has everyone gone back to office to work? I hope so. Or you guys prefer sorry, that's my background music. Or you guys prefer to work from home? I guess most of you prefer to work from home. Yep, this is what I initially thought so. But after 3 months, ever since that we work from home or during the CB period is on April 2020, after a while you feel like it's really boring. It's not say that work from home is not good. Of course, you have a flexibility to do your own things. Maybe to some people it's more work productivity, right? Okay. Today I'm gonna do some simple bike review on my Fazer Fz1 Fazer. I own it since I think last year May. Haven't really got the time to do a simple review. Okay, so I'm gonna head to somewhere secret place to do a bike review, overall review. By now just a riding review. Okay, see you later. Hi guys, it's me again. Oh shit, just now I did a 5 minutes review and I realized that I forget to press the recording, so I have to redo everything again. Oh, not bad for the rehearsal, right? Okay, let's straightly jump. Today is my very simple review of my Fazer Fz1. It's probably one of my favorite bikes for a daily ride. I'm not say daily ride, even though you can ride this 1000cc to Thailand, Cambodia, anywhere. It's a good overall all-rounder bike. Some people might not like it, but for me, I think this is probably the best bike for me. Okay, let's start from the front just to make sure it's recording. Okay, it's recording. Okay, the front wise, that when I got this bike, I would say the appearance is rather not so good condition. When I got it at the time, I have to change the tire. You see that this is actually a Michelin Route 5 tire. It's very good from this rough surface, no issue at all. Even though a heavy rain, I don't feel any skidding or any lost traction control. Everything is good for me. It's a money spent. But if you see the front track, there's too many tread. Probably that's the reason that how the tire manufacturing designed to cut the water. But I have to warn you something. Michelin Route 5 overall is a good tire, but approaching those multi-story car park wet cement surface, you have to be extra careful. It's not based on my personal experience, based on my friends and other friends. They feedback that Route 5 tire is very slippy on those multi-story car park. I have once skidded, not on this bike but on my previous NC750. I remember when I got it that time, I also went to change the tire. 1 week later, I skidded in my own car park. Not sure what happened. I actually approached down to my multi-story car park. It's a downslope. When it's a downslope, I suddenly feel that my front lost traction and straight away instantly I fall. Fortunately, I wear my gear, wear my glove, and I've discovered my glove actually has a knuckle brake. The protection has a knuckle brake. Imagine I never wear glove. Yeah, that could be a disaster for me. So please wear your gear. Okay. Then other than this, did change my headlight to a reused one. I found it in a Japan option website. The previous owner has, I don't know why the previous owner go and fix the, this is the pole light. Pole light is using T10 normal bulb. However, he used a slightly bigger bulb, and they fix it on here. So prolong using the lens, because due to the high voltage, it caused the lens to be blurred. So fortunately I went and changed. I spent money, probably around 100-200 If new, probably could be 400 to 500. So I just change it since I'm going to keep this bike for long. Yeah, you see, the condition is pretty good. Yep. Other than this, yeah, I did change the mirror also. The previous owner probably parked his bike on the open space car park and caused the internal mechanism to be corrosive, so it's totally unusable. So I changed the one pair of original, and this stupid one pair of mirror is pretty expensive. One cost me 110, one pair probably around $220. The good thing I like about the original mirror, as usual, is the original OEM, and when you are riding high speed, you can see the mirror will not vibrate at all. So it's pretty good. I like the view also. In fact, I like those mirror mount on the fairing instead on the handlebar, because if you mount on the fairing, you can actually have a clearer view. If you mount on handlebar, most of the mirror you can see your shoulder blocking, blocking the view. Yep. And of course, I like it can be full. I know a lot of people criticize me that I ride without using the mirror. You're wrong, man. Actually, I have a mirror here, you see? Blind spot mirror. But just kidding. When I'm on a highway, I will fold down my mirror. Okay? And what to touch on? Okay, probably I'll touch on more on the rider's cockpit. I also went to change, further on I touch on this TWM clutch. It's not just the lever, it's the whole mechanism. A lot of people say that it could be wasting your money to change for aesthetic wise, but you're wrong, man. Especially for this Italian make clutch. The stock is quite heavy. Consider this is 1000cc and there's no super clutch at all, and it's a cable operation. So the main purpose of change this TMW is actually to match my Brembo RCS 19. Yeah. Okay, but surprisingly it's good. Okay, good in terms of you can see the clutch lever engagement is smooth, and it reduced probably like 10 to 15% from the stock engagement. It's pretty good, and it's as usual from Italy, it's a high quality. Yep. The next will be the famous Brembo RCS 19. The stock is pretty good. The stock is also by Brembo. However, it has a 60mm master cylinder piston size, whereby Brembo is a 19 and it's actually adjustable. You can see it's a 18 or 20, so it's really, you can adjust up to your individual preference. I know a lot of people change to the Coast, is it something like Costa, something like that? Yeah, but that will be additional adjustment, the different, and that's usually for track, but whereby the normal RCS 19 is good enough. It's really perfect, and I think this is probably the best upgrade that I ever did. And because the stock come with the rectangular size brake reservoir, so I opt for this smoke Brembo fluid container. Yep. I think it's just purely for aesthetic wise, but it's pretty good. Okay. Then furthermore, other than the usual, now what's my mileage? I think it's around 80. Yeah, I just went to did my 80k servicing. Well, I spent quite a lot on this 80k servicing. My mechanic actually dismantle. You know, when you do valve clearance, you have to dismantle the cam cover. This is the cam cover, and Yamaha has a frost on that. The cam cover, there's a 4 plug coil. When they remove it, they found out that the rubber seal inside has actually water seepage in. Previous owner could be parking open space for a prolonged time. The water will seepage into the cam. So that's why, guys, I want to warn you that, especially you like for those OCD guys who like to wash their bike almost weekly, you have to be careful. You cannot directly spray the water onto the engine parts. Okay, they are not 100% waterproof. It's best to keep as dry as possible. So my mechanic changed the whole cam cover, the 4 plug coil, even the cam sensor, and And on top of that, he also do some valve clearance and found out that there's actually two shim. I think shim, right? Shim. Yeah, one shim is on exhaust and one I don't know. I'm not a technical guy, but that is what it is. And other than that, this is purely this Morawaki filler cap, pretty high quality type, but it serves no performance enhancement at all. It's just for aesthetic wise. Okay, and let's move on. Okay, the Leon Vince GP style has been passed down since the previous owner. Actually, I don't like this exhaust when I first purchased this bike, but after a while the look grew on me. I found it's actually quite sleek looking. I actually went to purchase this Leon Vince sticker. It's the original from G-Max, and yeah, just space it because the previous one hasn't had it, but I found this is just aesthetic wise. It's up to individual preference. Some people like, some people don't like. Okay, oh yeah, I want to touch down. The brake hose changed to the Hell one. It's pretty good quality. You can consider to upgrade if you have the stock one. It's a good investment. After all, motorbike is about the safety, handling, right? Brake is one of the most important thing. And other than this, I also upgrade my rear suspension shocks to Olin. It's a base model, I think STX46. The previous shock is actually has become softened after 9 years of abusing. It doesn't have a leak, but it's quite soft. And I also went to upgrade this to a new STX46 Olin. I would say Olin is a very good investment. It's pretty good. It's hard, whereby it's not so hard like those sport bike and very stiff. I say this is very good in terms of handling, and it's also adjustable. I think adjustable by the speed, preload, and think dampening. And yes, I think this is one of the also best investment on suspension, especially Olin. Yeah, guys can do consider Olin. Is really good. Of course, there's many different brand market in the market, right? Like Hyper Pro lah, and even those Thai made. Can't remember what brand is that, but it's pretty popular. Okay, moving behind. Since this is my daily ride, a box is a must. Oh shit, there's a scratch. It's a 58 liter Kappa K Venture. It's actually same model as GV Tracker, but it's slightly quality wise, GV Tracker is slightly better quality in terms of the rubber seal, but the internal wise, the exterior wise is exactly same as GV Tracker. Okay, on top of this, I also change my sprocket and chain. Yeah, now it's pretty new. I think less than 1000 km. And this rack, it's actually from SW Motec, passed out by the previous owner. It's actually a heavy duty rack. You can see 1 mount, 1 point, 2 point, and addition bracket 3 point. Oh shit, my hands so dirty. Yeah, it's meant for heavy duty. You know that aluminium box is very heavy. It's a 58 liter. You can put up to 10 kilo also. Yep. Apologies, my bike is a bit dirty because recently it keep raining. Other than that, yeah, I love this bike. Absolutely love this bike. It has the all-rounder performance. It has the power on every gear, and it's comfortable. But it's not user friendly in terms of hot climax weather at Singapore, because this bike, they are using a 04 R1 engine, and strangely, before the cross-spin engine 04 to 07, they have a 20 valve. This is an inline 4 engine, and it can be very very hot. They have a two, you can see the radiator, there's two small fan. So if you're riding a hot day stationary, or they'll blow out all the hot air, and the rider legs can actually feel the hot air into his balls. Yeah, So you have to get used on this. Other than that, this is a very good bike. As for the fuel consumption, if it's a good condition Fazer, I would suppose it can be easily up to 1 liter 17, probably 16 to 17 per liter. It depends how you ride. If you ride very consistently on highway 110 100, I think you can probably achieve a better fuel consumption. And on top of this, yeah, forget to mention, I actually went to upgrade this not sure what is it called. It's a SW Motec bar. They call it a bar high back. It's actually, they move the original position to a slightly 2 cm higher and 2 cm backward. This to achieve for long distance, you can see a more upright position. Yep. Yeah, this is a good investment also. And you know, all these spare part is not easily available in Singapore. All have to pre-order, so I have to source it myself, order from eBay or any platform, and I have to bring the bike shop install. If those simple one I can install myself, but other than that I will bring the bike shop. Okay, other than that, let's listen to the engine. No people here, so probably we can rev a little bit higher. Hope you guys can see the meter. So my mileage is 80k 544. Okay, let's crank the engine. Oh yeah, prior to that, yesterday I did 2 days ago I just changed my starter relay. What is starter relay? Starter relay is when you switch on ignition and you on your ignition switch, you try to press to start. However, there's no cranking sound at all, but you still can hear the tack 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 sound. Tack 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 sound is the relay sound. So this is the sign of starter relay. Starter relay is going to gone. I mean, it's going to spoil. And prior to that, actually last month until now, I did have occasionally this issue. So went to YouTube and check, research, and even ask my mechanic, and most of them say it is the starter relay. So I went to the stock list and bought it. The starter relay cost me $55.50, and the starter relay is made from Indonesia. Not saying Indonesia is no good, but it is what it is. Okay, then I replace it. Actually test 10 times of try to crank the engine. 10 times it works. So it is the starter relay. So guys, if you have a similar issue, probably it's just starter relay. But of course of this, there could be a lot of reason. It could be your starter motor, and it could be your fuel pump, etc, etc. When in doubt, please seek professional. Okay, especially the your trusted workshop to do that. Okay, and then let's crank the engine. Okay, the idling sound is pretty soft. Okay, reasonable idling sound, but when you rev it up to above 6 to 7, wow, that's a bit different thing. Something like VTEC, but it's not a VTEC. Okay, okay, let's rev. Maybe may I rev a bit. You can hear the cracking sound, the backfire sound. Yeah. So let me turn off the engine. So this is a stock header. I mean, a stock. There's a kettle converter there. There's a cat there. The reason why I know, because I went to remove my end can, I found there's a big cat inside. Okay, so it's a stock. There's no decat at all. I don't wish to decat because this is my daily ride. I'm not going to have a daily ride with a very noisy muffler. Okay guys, I think that's all. A pretty fast review. I don't want to bore you guys, and please continue to check in my channel, and please press subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye bye.